Amidst the chaos of the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl, the savings and loan crisis, even the recent pandemic, one question echoes, chillingly. Is it just coincidence that during every major economic crisis, the net worth of billionaires soars? While ordinary people face job loss, foreclosure, and crippling debt, this isn't just a feeling. It points to a system rigged from the start, a hidden blueprint for how crises benefit the powerful. Today, we're digging into the unsettling truth, the billionaire class war. We're examining how elites didn't just survive these crises. They engineered the very rules that allowed them to thrive while the rest of us pay the price. For decades, we've heard narratives about crises. It's the economy, stupid. We need tough medicine. But what if these crises aren't just random events? What if they're, in part, designed to reshape the economic landscape in favor of a specific group? Think about it. Every major crisis creates winners and losers. But look at the winners. It's almost exclusively the billionaire class. Since the 1980s, their wealth has exploded, while the wealth of the middle class and the poor has stagnated or shrunk. The financial crisis of 2008 wiped out millions of savings and homes, but it propelled figures like Warren Buffett and the Koch brothers to record wealth. The dot-com bubble burst left many broke, while tech titans like Bill Gates saw their fortunes multiply. Even the pandemic, which shut down economies globally, saw billionaires in sectors like tech and finance see their valuations soar. This isn't an accident. It points to a fundamental truth. The system is tilted. It's a class war, and the billionaires are fighting back, and they have the rules on their side. But how did they get there? And how do they keep winning? Let's break down the system. Think of the economy less as a free market and more like a complex, high-stakes game, rigged in favor of a select few. At the heart of this system are the financial markets and the power they represent. For decades, policies like deregulation and tax cuts for corporations and the wealthy have tilted the playing field. It's like removing the rules from monopoly, anything goes. Lower taxes on investment income mean billionaires pay less on their profits. Deregulation allows them to expand riskier operations, often with taxpayer-funded safety nets if things go wrong. Privatization turns public assets into private gains. And when the system does inevitably collapse, that's where the real rules kick in. Remember the bailouts? While big banks and corporations get rescued with public money, often debt is bailed in, meaning regular people with mortgages or investments bear the losses. It's like the casino burns down, but the high rollers get paid first. Beyond major crises, the daily mechanics are clear. Predatory financial products, like subprime mortgages, rising costs for essentials, and stagnant wages ensure the squeeze continues. It's a constant drain from the working and middle class into the coffers of the elite. The Great Depression wasn't just a recession. It was a brutal turning point. Millions lost everything. Banks collapsed, businesses vanished. The established order was shattered. The response? President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He didn't just manage the crisis, he fundamentally rewrote the rules. The New Deal created a social safety net, regulations for banks and industry, and a stronger federal government. It was a temporary reprieve, a redistribution of power. Fast forward to 2008. Another near collapse. This time, the response was dramatically different. TARP, the Troubled Asset Relief Program. Billions funneled to the very institutions that caused the crisis. While homeowners faced foreclosure, taxpayers bailed out Wall Street. It wasn't a recovery for the many. It was a consolidation of wealth for the few. Alan Greenspan, the architect of the bubble, famously admitted his mistake after it burst. But the fundamental structure didn't change. Deregulation quietly continued, masked by new regulations that didn't truly address the root causes. And the revolving door between Washington and Wall Street ensured policies remained tilted. Then came COVID-19, a global health crisis that became an economic one. lockdowns, shutdowns. While the rest of the world braced for recession, billionaires in tech and delivery saw unprecedented profits. Government support, often lacking oversight, flowed towards large corporations, further enriching the already wealthy. It exposed a system where the rules change in times of crisis, always favoring the connected and powerful. Each crisis exposed the seams of this rigged system, but also revealed a pattern. The response consistently favors the elite, reinforcing their control and power for the next crisis. What happens when the system consistently favors the billionaire class? The consequences are profound and pervasive. It's not just about individual wealth. It's about the fundamental structure of society. We see rising poverty, declining social mobility, and a crumbling public infrastructure paid for by borrowing and austerity. Financially, the middle class is squeezed. Stagnant wages, rising costs, and easy credit trap more people into cycles of debt. The illusion of upward mobility fades. Socially and economically, the workforce is fragmented. Traditional job security vanishes. Precarious work becomes common. The power balance shifts irrevocably. Politically, the billionaire class wields disproportionate influence. Campaign contributions, lobbying, and think tanks shape policy after each crisis, ensuring the system remains rigged. We see increasing polarization and a democratic system struggling to represent a populace feeling ignored and exploited. Globally, the effects ripple out. A system obsessed with maximizing profit for the few ignores long-term sustainability and the needs of the planet and its most vulnerable populations. The consequences aren't just economic. They're social, political, and planetary. This isn't a problem of the past. Every crisis since reveals the same underlying structure. It's an ongoing class war, and the billionaires control the battlefield. So what is the lesson? The uncomfortable truth is that the current system is fundamentally flawed and unsustainable. It relies on repeated crises to maintain its structure, extracting wealth and consolidating power. Ignoring it is dangerous, but the power to change lies with us. Understanding the mechanics, seeing the consequences, is the first step. Recognizing that we're not just fighting economic hardship, we're fighting for the soul of our society. The resolution isn't found in more bailouts or austerity. It's in demanding a different system, one with fairer rules, stronger regulations, a functioning social safety net, and a focus on long-term stability, not just the next quarter's profit. This documentary has shown one side of the story, the rigged rules, the hidden costs. But the fight for a fairer world is ongoing. Are you part of it? What crisis are we preparing for? Or are we waiting for one?